So can I start? Hello, sir. हाँ हाँ for recording purpose. না না ফোন ফ্লাইট মোডে আছে. Sir, welcome to this APJ News.
Thank you.
First question to you, Diaz. In the next month, the West Bengal election is going to be happen. So, what is the USP of your party, so that you can classify yourself up from the others party?
See, the West Bengal election will be starting from 4th of next month. It will be in 6 phases, in 7 dates. It will continue till 5th of May. And the results will be out by 19th of May. As far as the Bharatiya Janata Party is concerned, so we have our track record out there in the open. In whichever state we are in power, we have demonstrated that what kind of governance we can give, what potential we have, and what we mean by good governance. Along with the state governments that we are running, a few of the states we are running it alone, a few of the states we are running with some ally. We have the opportunity to run the central government at this moment. And in the past 18-19 months of this NDA 2 government, there have been no allegation of corruption, which was almost a rampant and daily affair during the UPA 1 and 2 era. So, on the one hand, we mean the Bharatiya Janata Party has its track record out there in different states and in center. During the days of Atal Bihari Vajpayee, 6 years of NDA 1, and then again now with Modi ji. So we are only running governments, and we are only going to elections on one plank, that is development. We want development to reach the most downtrodden section of the society. The political ideology of the Bharatiya Janata Party is Ekatma Manav Darshan, or integral human philosophy. One very important aspect of integral human philosophy is that all the welfare schemes of the state, all the development activities of the state should reach to the last man standing. So we term it as Antodaya, means Anta Uday, the fortunes of the last man in the society should rise. He should be given all the opportunities of the state, all the welfare schemes of the state should reach him and should benefit the last man in the society. And with this sole motive and with this sole vision, all our state government is working and our central government is working. We have seen schemes which could have been initiated by any government, very basic scheme for the middle class, for the poor, for the downtrodden, for the weaker section of the society. But unfortunately, during the last 65-70 years of independence, no party has thought about this kind of scheme, like social security scheme that we are giving, which is unprecedented, like this Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Bima Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana, Atal Pension Yojana. Then the basic thing about people should have a bank account. It's unfortunate that after so many years of independence, the the bulk of our population didn't have a bank account. So with this Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, we have just taken the basic services of banking to this weaker section, to the poorer section of the society. Once we create a bona fide bank account of these people, then we can, like you have seen in LPG connection, which the LPG subsidy has been now been merged with one's bank account, so that the subsidy can directly go to one's account. So it minimizes the corruption and the pilferages. So for that, what is needed is a minimum bank account of a person, or at least one account per family. So nobody has thought on these lines. So already the figures I am having now is around 20 crore new bank accounts. New bank accounts, mind it, these accounts are of the people, or these accounts belong to the families who don't have a tradition of having bank account. So these people never had a bank account, now they are having. So if you consider this 20 crore new bank accounts that has been opened under the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, so when our country's population is hovering around 125 crores, and if you consider at least one account is commensurating 4-member family, then this 20 crore is reaching 80 crore of the population out of 125 crore. So this is a huge thing. I don't know how much we have been successful in taking these things to the public, but these things are happening, and these are revolutionary things. In other aspects, you see, like Make in India, it has been taken with Stand Up India, Skill India. So it's not that only one section is being targeted and one section is being promoted. So you have a Skill India. Under Skill India, we are giving training to young chaps from the middle class, from the lower class, from the lower middle class, the required skill to run a venture or to do a good job. So once he is getting the required skills, we are having the schemes like Startup India, we are having the Mudra Yojana, and then for the big business we have this Make in India. So everything has been well planned. It targets each and every section of the society. It broadens the horizon of what we call it, justice to all. When we give a slogan like justice to all and appeasement to none. So these kind of programs shows the vision in action. That's it. Next question.
All party talks about the development issue. What will be your strategy? How will you overcome with it?
No, unfortunately, the way I look at it, barring my party, no party talks about development. If you analyze the political discourse in our country since 1952 onwards, during the election or during the other times, development was never talked about. We had very passionate slogans like Garibi Hatao and other things. But development was not talked about. Forget about implementing development. So, you see, the people saw development in ground. After the reign of Sirsa Shuri, somebody thought about building roads in the country to bring about road connectivity in this country at par with international standards. Was BJP-led ND under Atal Bihari Vajpayee. People didn't have an iota of an idea that what exactly develop means. Once they saw the big earth-moving machineries and equipments being mobilized and roads being built at par with international standard, they saw, well, this is development. Before that, there was no talk about development and no development in the country. Now we are talking about electrifying each and every village in this country. Why after 70 years of independence, why a government have to initiate a project of electrifying each and every villages after 70 years of independence? So development was not talked about, development was not followed. That's why. We want affordable housing for all. That is another big thing that our central government is moving on. So basic, roti, kapda, makan, basic things. From 1st of April, you will see a national portal for our farmers where they can get a unified price. Like if a product is being held up at a certain stage, say in West Bengal, and my farmers out here are not getting the adequate price through the channels out here, he can put up his product and its rate in the portal, and any buyer across the country can see that, well, this kind of a product is available in that much price in West Bengal. So this very minimum, basic minimum things are now being implemented, which was not the case. So development is something that only BJP talked and BJP initiated in the political discourse of this country. Before Atal Bihari Vajpayee's first government, development was never an issue in this country. And during this 2014 election, the only plank we are talking about was development, development and development. And not that we are giving very catchy slogans only. Not that we are talking about only development. We are giving you totally examples what we have implemented it in different states. So development is something that BJP brought in this political discourse of this country, and not only brought the issue out in the public discourse, it implemented it wherever it got the opportunity to.
So next is, you talk about the solving Gorkhaland problems when you come to power, and even your central leadership fielded candidate like SS Aluwalia and even Jaswant Sinha. So, and supported the Morcha. So if your central leadership proceed to form a separate state, then what will be the state party activities? Do you support them, or you told them to roll back the issue?
You see, BJP has always been in favor of smaller states. But the idea of smaller state is that it is easy to govern, easy to implement development schemes and all. But us 3 Vidhan Sabha cannot constitute a state. You have to see the feasibility aspect also. Gorkha people living in North Bengal might have some aspirations, might have some genuine aspirations. We are with those aspirations. As far as development part is concerned, as for giving power to local administration is concerned. But as far as the creation of a state is concerned, then I don't think the 3 Vidhan Sabhas can constitute a state. So feasibility and how that state will run. Will that state will be self-sufficient or it will be dependent on something else? So 3 Vidhan Sabha kind of a state never works. We are in favor of smaller state, but not in so micro level that 3 Vidhan Sabha will constitute a state. So you will have 2 MLAs and that will give you a majority in the government. So it doesn't happen like that. We are with the genuine aspirations of the Gorkha people of North Bengal. But as far as creation of a separate state, I don't think that is a feasible thing. I don't think that it is for the betterment of the Gorkha people. My party also thinks that we will give all kind of support as far as development and emancipation of the Gorkha people is concerned, of the hill people of North Bengal is concerned, the non-Gorkha hill people of North Bengal, every section of the hill people out there. But that is emancipation and development, not creation of a separate state, because that is not feasible.
So what is your view on the Tista River? If the Tista deal will sign with the neighboring Bangladesh, then the northern part of West Bengal will get affected by it. So how will you solve this?
No, we have made it clear earlier also that we will not go for any deal that will have an adverse effect on the farmers of our country. We want something that the farmers of both the countries should benefit.